Hey, Light Warriors. Tonight we have a very special guest, a good friend of mine, Anna Glowacz, and she's from Poland, and she's written 3 books about the ascension that the Earth is going through right now and the great changes that we're going to see. And it's a great honor to have you on tonight. And you have a lot of information, and I'm very grateful that you're here. And hopefully, many people will get to hear this message tonight.
Hello, everyone. I'm really grateful as well that you invited me so I can actually share this knowledge so it can get to many, many more people than just to those who live in Poland and who are listening to me on a daily basis. So just ask me whatever you want to ask me. And
it's one of the things I talk about on my channel, how we're so scattered around the world, and we're in a strategic position. Like, we're in New York and you're in Poland, and we connect together. And, that's why we're in these strategic places to help raise the vibrational frequency of the planet. And 2 things that I talk about on the channel are the event, the shift of human consciousness, and the great solar flash. And, this incoming energy is going to cause the ascension and a great change on the Earth. And would you like to share more about what you feel is coming up when it comes to the solar flash and the event?
Yeah, of course. Okay, so at first we need to actually separate the 2 phases because there are solar flares from our sun, and we actually got those like 3 or 4 already, the big ones. And they are causing some changes in our DNA and some trouble as well, because they do actually kick our magnetic field. But the solar flash that we are actually waiting for is the one from the central sun of the galaxy. This solar flash will only be able to get to Earth when on our sun, the portal will open. So we are actually waiting for this time, and there's not going to be only one of them. It's going to be more of them. And each of them will actually rise the vibration of of what's around us. So let's say we are on a 3rd dimension right now as a human being. Every single solar flare from the central sun of the galaxy will actually raise up the vibration of wherever we are, of all dimension we are in. So we will be rising up. So we need to rise up with the planet, because if we don't, then we will actually, our bodies will be forced by those energies, and we will need to go up. If we don't, we will start being sick. We start having problems and issues with our body, because the body is not going to be, what's the word?
Able to accept the energy?
Yeah. It's not going to fit into the energy. It's like if you want to mix the water and the oil, you won't be able to do it, because they've got different, like the different dimension. They are both different dimensions, and you cannot mix them. It's the same here. If you don't raise up your vibration, like from the chakra of the heart chakra, and go up, then you won't be able to live on this earth when the ascension process is finished. We need to go up with the earth. The Gaia is actually making us do it, and she's implementing those changes in us as well. By those, everything is actually happening around us. Not only Gaia, of course, but we need to focus on us, just on us. We need to go inside. We need to turn on actually our own light we've got within, and then everything will be fine. So, you asked me before when we talk, when I see those changes coming. So now we are approximately on a 95% of the chaos. it's going to go up until the end of February. And then, so now we are actually going like up the hill, more chaos, more pressure from everywhere. And then we're gonna reach the point when it's gonna blast. So I don't mean it's going to be a solar flare. I do actually feel it's going to be between February and June next year. So the first one from the central sun of the galaxy. And this will raise the vibration. So, but I feel in February, everything, it's like when you pour the water to the glass and it's too much, it just started to split out, yeah? So that will be the moment, the February, when it's going to start split out. It's going to be too much. So
it already feels like it's too much.
Yeah, but that's going to be the point when people don't take anymore, you know, shit.
Yeah.
You know, they will actually get to the, they will start waking up very, very quickly, because now we got like the couple of phases of awakening, or maybe not phases, waves, yeah? So the awakening process is coming like the waves. It's like some people who are actually ready to awaken, they awaken first, so then they can help others when they start to awaken. So they don't feel they are like crazy, because I've seen something, I've seen the beings in other dimensions, how they look, they speak to me. How is that possible? It is, I can see them. So, and talk to them. And I can do actually everything when I connect with my soul, and I connect with my, like the major being. And then I can go straight to the creator and speak to the creator as well. And he's really, really great guy, and he loves us all, and he actually planned all of it, so the people actually can awaken now and ascend. And so this timeline which we are on can be actually great for us, so we don't make mistake that Lemurian and Atlantis people did. So just don't make them again. So I did actually write the story about Lemuria and Atlantis, why they actually collapsed, why those civilizations just flooded and get into the ocean like in one night. What happened? Why the universe actually did it to them? So because they were going wrong way. And the universe said, no, you won't go this way. We need to correct it. So the universe is always going to be correcting us. And it's not only on like the human civilization, it's doing like for every single person, every single day. If you're doing something wrong right now, especially now in those times, you will get kicked in a, you know, by the universe.
Yeah.
Not this way, not this door. Sometimes you just need to get through the window because you don't have other choices. So you need to really think about what the universe is wanting from you. And this is where the star children are coming up. So who are the star children? It's you, Michael. It's you, Irland. I know who you are. I've checked you. You've got beautiful auras. You are beautiful beings. And we all come here to Earth on this time, on this timeline, not to sit here in the third dimension, right? We came here because we knew that we need to show people the way how to get there, to that new Earth, to the era of light. And we knew we are gonna live in it. So it is actually not far away because we are gonna live in it. We just need to believe that we get there, and we need to work on ourselves. And what is the most important right now, and I'm talking about it like in Poland when I'm having like the videos for Polish people, And I always said, I'm gonna set it like 100 times. It doesn't matter that I am actually repeating myself, because people need to understand that we are the beings of light, and only the beings of light have the power of a creation. So what is the timeline? Timeline is, imagine the very, very big picture. Every single human being that can create. So it's not like the dark side, or it's not like the, I forgot the word, maybe it will come up in a second. So every single one of us is a tiny single pixel on that picture. And we, by our thoughts, by our like dreams, what we think about, it's actually creating those tiny picture in this huge picture. Pixel. Yes. So everyone is a pixel. So now it depends on us how we create the timeline and how quickly the era of light is going to appear. So because it's going to appear, yeah, I've seen it. I've seen many beautiful people which are actually, I wrote about them in a third book, which is going to be available on Amazon in January. At the moment, first and the second book are. And that's the creation. I actually showed people on that third book how the era of light on this planet will look like. So it is really important that we understand that the dark side, they don't have a power of creation, because they are not from, yeah, even not a copy, yeah? What they do is, if they want to reach their goal, which they actually, they wrote those goals like hundreds of years ago, because they wanted to stop the ascension process. They knew it's gonna come, yeah? So they've done every single step, the small steps to program people and to put them into, you know, the, like the one box, so no one is escaping, yeah? But now we are escaping because we are waking up. And many people from that back is just, you know, 1, 2, jump, you know, they are losing it. They are losing it. So, so what they do, they don't have a power of creation. So what they do, they manipulate people by the TV and stuff like that. Right. So the people who have a power of creation start thinking like they want us to think. So what's happened, they are actually using the light beings to create the really bad events, because this is all creation. They just place a seed and, you know, and this is like, so what we need to do is just stop creating like they want us to create. We need to start creating from ourselves, like the new earth, the new beginning, actually. Everything new, the love and the light. And actually love is a key, because we need to love everyone, even the ones that are on the dark side. And this is where we're coming to the event, which in my opinion is not going to be a solar flash, because those are going to be, you know, 3, 4, maybe 5 of them in like the next decade. And each of them is going to rise a vibration, because human beings needs to go, it's like going into the stairs, you know? We need to be ready to get into another, you know, another level. It's like levels in a game. Right. We cannot like jump out from 1 level to 10, because our physical body is not going to handle it.
Yeah, and that's something that Dolores Cannon spoke about. You know, she said that, you know, the human body couldn't handle it all at once. And, you know, last year, you know, we saw a major blast in the Schumann resonance, and I kind of call it, you know, solar flash 1. Like you said, there'll be multiple flashes, and, you know, it's the the constant expanding of consciousness. It's so much. And I shared that too. Like you start like unlearning and relearning everything, and it taxes your energy. So it comes in, you know, little by little. And the moral of the story is that we have to learn from the past and how, you know, we have to reach critical mass. And, you know, you're a professional at her first book about the past.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about when you were speaking of Atlantis and our old galactic history. Your book, Star Children, your first book that you wrote, has so much good information, y'all. It has all of the history that has happened in our galactic timeline that's been not recorded in history. So if you want information about what has happened, Lemuria, Atlantis, Maldek, read her first book. It is amazing. She explains it so well. I learned so much. I didn't even know Maldek existed. I always knew about Lemuria and Atlantis, but Maldek, this is even before our time. She goes into giants. She goes into mermaids. She goes into fairies. She goes into everything that you want to know. It's in there. You need this book.
Yeah, it's all in the, and the second one is actually going even further. And the third one, I am actually taking everyone into the inside the earth to Agartha.
Yes.
Because because I went there and I've got a meeting with the how to say Pradavni, like the very, very old ones, like the old ones, the big human beings, giants. Giants. They are who actually build the moon to escape the Maldek before it exploded. So the moon is, it's not a planet. It's made from steel and other things. And many, many people live on the moon, not only people. I mean, the human beings, but other species as well. Besides, they actually live among us. We just don't see them because most of them live like on a higher level of dimension. So if we jump in with, or if we rise our vibration, we slowly start to see each of them, because like in a dimension, you've got under dimension and over dimension. So like you said, in how to explain it, it's you've got like 3.1 dimension, 3.2 dimension, 3.3, and then it's go up to 4. And some beings, like they decided to and ask creator to be in 3.8 dimension, for example, because they wanted to hide from people, because the people were hurting them. So they just hide it. And this is what happened with many, many animals who actually we think extinct, which they aren't. We just don't see them because we've been hurting them. And they actually asked creator to show them the way to escape. And he actually gave it to him because he knew what's going on. So
one of the things that I always share with people, you know, because like some people might be new to this, and years ago, you know, there's a TV show. I don't know if you see it in Poland. It's called Ancient Aliens. And I don't know if you know Sedona, Arizona. And they had an interview with a Native American man. And I watched this like 10 years ago. And, you know, he said, you know, there's extraterrestrials here. And he said, you wouldn't see them. They vibrate on a different frequency. And years ago, when I'm learning this, I didn't understand what I'm like, what is he talking about? But now I understand what he means. So there could be physical beings that are right next to you that you can't physically see. And, you know, that's where we're going through this shift of frequencies right now. And, you know, it's a lot of like, I'm sharing this information, you're sharing this information. And just like Dolores Cannon said, even just learning all this information at once, it might be too much for a person to handle. And, you know, it can't come at once. So do you feel the event, the shift of consciousness will happen before the major solar flash? No,
it's not going to be so rapid. It is, we need to learn how to love. You know, we've been trapped in this lies for so long that actually the first key, it's the consciousness. So the truth, we need to get the truth out. And that's going to be the first thing. The second thing is our awakening. So we need to start the process of awakening our fifth dimensional being powers. So what we can do, you know, it's not going to be like, I knew some people say it's going to be like one day we are going to be taken and everything changes and you come back and you can talk telepathically and you can, you know, go through the walls without, you know, stucking into them or getting, you know, the bomb into your head. No, we need to learn again how to do all of it. And we need to open all of our chakras in our body. And we need to do our open alpha and omega, which are above. So it's all written in a second book, actually. So we need to do some hard work before we're gonna be, you know, paid out. You've got it now. You earn it, yeah?
Right.
So, but it all need to come from the love we've got and from the light we've got inside us. We cannot force anything because, like I said, our physical body is very, very like thick. The light energy, if you see the atoms of the light energy, they are like placed like a couple of dots in this, you know, window. Physical body of our at the moment is like many, yeah. So we need to get rid of it. Most of it needs to get rid of it. So in a fifth dimension, when you actually look at me, you will see me more like a mirage. It's going to be like in a dream. I won't be so thick in atoms, so that the body won't be so thick. So now when the other beings from other planets and from the highest dimension wants to come to visit Earth, they use Mimikra. Mimikra is a technology which allowed them to like compress the body so it's more human-like. And it's also influence our mind, so we actually see what they want us to see. So like, for example, if I were Mimikra and I said, oh, I want to look like Pamela Anderson, yeah, then the technology of Mimikra is like, yeah, it's like just, we need to joke sometimes.
Yeah, we need to laugh. We need to laugh. It's been too serious out there.
So the people will actually see me as, you know, as that person that I wish them to see me. So that's how the Mimikra works. And they use it very often. Even the bad ones use it like on a daily basis. Yeah. So
one of the people, yeah, one of the people I listened to, Joe Dispenza, Dr. Joe Dispenza, he was talking about how we're becoming less matter and more energy. So that's kind of similar to what
exactly. That's you know, I don't actually, my English language it's quite poor. So
you're doing a great job.
So
you speak too. I can't do this. You're better than me. Yeah.
Okay, so we've got those solar flashes that will rise the vibration every single time, so we can go up and go up and go up. But the second major thing, and I do call it happening, the event, it's not going to be when the ancestors and other beings from other planets, like UFOs, yeah?
Yes.
When they appear on Earth, it's not going to be event, because they will be appearing like, first they will show like for not every population, but for some of us they show. Then when they know they can trust, they will show more and more. So it's not going to be so rapid as well. But what it is going to be so rapid, it is the event which is going to be the all truth revealed. And this event will occur probably like from watching the timeline now, yeah, it's going to be 2 to 3 years old, 2 to 3 years, sorry.
A lot of people don't want to hear that. Yeah.
No, you know what? If we don't prepare to it, it's going to be quite harsh, because like you said, not every human mind can take everything at once.
Right.
And this event, and it's going to be taking everything at once, and it's going to be most terrified things, most surprising things, all lies that humanity been fed on. Yeah, humanity been fed on for so many centuries will be revealed. And imagine what the person who don't actually watch videos like yours or mine, they don't know actually anything. What is the dimension, that there actually are dimensions, not only one, that the human beings are living on other planets. So the NASA is actually looking for something that actually has been found there like, centuries ago, and they are still lying there looking amoebas, right? Yeah, or bacteria, something living there. Yeah, when they are all, you've got buildings there, you've got all bases, military bases there. It's the same on Mars. They're just lying us so much. It's just, it's starting to be even funny. And what is the most important thing is that we are actually being slowly prepared for what's coming by the movies and by the fairy tales even. Because what the universal law, which is actually wrote by the creator, say that every single being needs to know the truth, and the truth needs to be told. Yeah. So what the dark side done, they actually told us the truth. Yeah. Right. But they place it in movies and the books and fairy tales, and they just leave it. They believe it or they don't.
A lot of people, they're familiar that they put the truth in movies and TV shows. I recently started sharing about comic books. I don't know if that's a thing in Poland, but they teach you the truth in comic books as well. Yeah. Some people didn't understand what I was doing at first. They just think it's a comic book, but they have to, because of karma, they have to tell you the truth to your face. And, because of our mind, when we watch, maybe the news, we think we're getting the truth. And when we're watching a sit down for a nice fantasy movie, we're actually, we're thinking that we're getting fictional stuff, but it's actually inverted. And that's how they're able to get away with it. So a lot of people are going to find it difficult that they basically have to flip everything upside down. Everything you learned in the movies, right? A lot of people are familiar with the Matrix. Do you know the Matrix?
Yeah. Oh,
right?
Of course I do know.
All of those things are the truth. They say, here you go, here's the truth. And then, they put on the nightly news and it's the opposite. So, the quicker that people, and we have to reach critical mass, because that, like you were talking about timelines, we can get there. We could get there maybe, next year, but it's through free will. And the people have to wake up through their own free will.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the creation. And we need to understand that even that the timeline is set up for the humanity. Yeah. Let's say we sit down and do nothing. We won't be sharing the truth that we know. We won't be sharing the light. We won't be working on cleaning the energy. Believe me, there are so many star children, light beings that came here just to sit down for the half of the day and clearing the energy around us. Yeah. They do just that. This is really, really hard work. And they don't even need us to say thank you, because they came here to do it. That was their mission. Yeah. Every single one of us got a different mission here. And if you felt like from the beginning of your life, Arnus, that you don't actually fit into that planet, you don't like it, it's because you came here to change it.
Yeah, exactly. I love your books because they help people resonate with their star families and resonate at a cellular level, different experiences and past events and memories. And that just makes people feel like they're not crazy, that these things that
exactly.
That's what you made me feel. I was like, okay, I'm not crazy. I'm reading your book. I'm like, oh, okay. I feel so more connected to the truth, because it's something that you can't find the answer. It's something that you will feel cellularly in your body and know that it's truth and know that it's part of who you are. So that's what you've done for so many people. You've brought that resonance. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
And a lot of people have to be able to be brave. You know, that's one of the aspects I share on my channel. You know, sometimes I might be a little rough around the edges, but there's so many people that like they sit in quiet. They know all these things, but they're afraid to speak up. And if we don't speak up and roar like the lion, you know, we're not going to shift anywhere. And, you know, it is, you know, like some people might stumble across this message and it might motivate them. They might read your book and they say, oh, you know, now I want to start talking about this stuff. And each person has a specific role. So like the two of you are kind of a little similar. I'm a little different, but we all come together. And that's why we're the 144,000. And, you know, the Hopi prophecy talked about the rainbow warriors. And you have a different role, and you have a different role, and I have a different role. But we're all the same family, though, right? We're family, even though you're in Poland, you're so far away.
Yeah, that's true. And you're also right. The time for sitting down silently is over. It's up to us if the big shift and the big changes and the beautiful future. Believe me, it's just so beautiful. You just don't want to come back from the vision. When I get there, when the creator is showing me the future, I feel all the energy, which is the fifth dimensional energy, and it's pure love. And you are just sitting there and you are watching what's gonna happen, and you don't want to come back to this reality. And this is our future, and it's going to be beautiful, guys. It's just blowing minds. Yeah. But we need to get there. We need to do some work. Yeah. So the time for sitting up still, it's over. It's over now. It's been like 2 years ago, maybe a year ago, some of us were still shy or don't have a courage to actually speak out loud because what happened then? Oh, that's the theory of how they name it in English, that everything is not fitting the general agenda.
It doesn't make sense. Like things don't make sense. Is that what you mean? Like it's weird.
No. Maybe it will come up. So what?
You're doing great. You're doing great. Yeah.
You need to forgive me.
I only speak one. You're much better than me. I'm far behind. Yeah.
This is the first time I speak in English since 12 years ago. So
yeah. And the times you talk to me,
Anna,
I must be special. You talk to me in English.
Yeah, and it's only you, Michael. So, yeah. Okay. So what I mean, if we tell the truth that other people are actually seeing us as crazy, or let's say use this word, yeah, you crazy, you don't know anything. No, they don't know anything. And it's reversal again. They reverse everything. It's like yin and yang change the place. Everything that was actually great for us. Take care of yourself. Take care of your body. It's been like, no, you need to take care of others only. Because if you take care of yourself, you are egoistic. No, you're not. Because if you take care of yourself, you are happy. So what you are giving around, the nice love vibration, yeah? If you take care of your body, then you are not doing this only for you. You are doing this for your husband. You are doing this for your children. Because if you take care of your body, you will be living longer. So you will be around them for longer. So everything been swept up.
Yeah.
So you know, I'm actually going to be writing another book about it, which is going to be a black dragon and white dragon. They already showed me what topics I supposed to like give to people, which will be about those swaps, the good and bad swaps, and how they tricked us actually. So, but what we've been trying to say is what happened on that event. This event is going to be a few weeks of the truth that are going to be flooding us from everywhere, from the TV, from radio, from internet. It's going to be everywhere.
It's almost like all the information that we've been learning in the past few years. It's all there it is all at once, right? Something like that.
Yeah, even more, Michael, because I am quite sure that even I don't know everything that they will reveal.
Right.
Yeah. So especially that I know like some part of it, you know, maybe something more that I don't know because I didn't dig into it, because I didn't need to do it. Maybe some people that are knowing the other percentage of that truth. Yeah. But none of us know the 100% of it. So we all will be shocked. So now what is important, how we prepare to be less shocked when it happened. Yeah. So if you like put on a couch, like said you sitting in a living room and you ask to sit your friend that is actually, I don't know, read my book, he knows most of it, most of what's happened, what's been hidden, what is our energy, how we can use it, what powers we've got as a human beings. Yeah, he knows like a lot. And when he watches that, he will just like, oh, I already knew that, no shocking. You know, he will be like that. He will be relaxed because he knew what's coming. He knew it's going to be revealed. So he won't get into fear, which they want us to go into. Yeah. He will go inside. And if he won't want to watch it, then he will go inside, put his own light on and just wait. You know, it's been like Ojciec Pio prophecy, the 3 days of the darkness. Have you heard about it?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Do you know what it means?
Well, there's two interpretations, and it could actually be either the event or the solar flash, you know, so you could hear both. A lot of times, you know, we think, you know, physical and energetic, and it could be the same thing, but sometimes they say it has to be an event with the sun going dark for 3 days. And sometimes it's an event of information getting out there. So what do you think about it?
I actually printed that prophecy and I just put it like that, you know, through the light. And it's only showed like a couple of verses. When it gets really, really dark outside, which is not the weather outside and the sun is not going to be shining, but the dark, like the truth are going to came out and it's going to be terrifying, yeah, horrible. Some of it will be really, really bad. And when the people watch that, they will start to get into fear, into the aggression. They will want revenge. And what we need to do is to go inside and put our own light on. This is what the Ojciec Pio, Father Pio mean, which is when it's all dark outside, because he, on that prophecy, he said, if you get out and watch it through the window, it will kill you. What you see will kill you. So
they said it, men's hearts will fail them for fear. So a lot of these ancient text, it's kind of playing out. And Dolores Cannon spoke about that too. So there's so much information, and it's great to have you on. And we should definitely get together again and do this again, because there's so much information, and it's always
it is
changing.
a lot. It is,
know?
and every single day it's actually the new information that are coming up. So it's nice to get updated. And there is also lots of false information going around, which we need to try to filter from the heart chakra, because like if somebody is telling us it's going to shift in one day and it's always going to change, no, it's not. No. Yeah, we need to work for it, right, to deserve it. So, but it will happen. Yeah, but it's depend on us.
Yeah,
depend on how we will be thinking, how we will be creating, what topics we will give our energy, because this is our energy, and our energy that we are giving into the universe. So it is like they saying that you, if you fear something, you get that. Yeah, you get what you fear, because the universe don't actually recognize the no word. So when you say, for example, I don't want to go to school, the universe don't actually hear the no. So it hears, I want to go to school. So if we say we don't want a war, the universe say we want a war, because the universe don't recognize the no word.
Oh, interesting.
So when we think about something we fear, yeah, it's like, oh, I don't get, for example, I'm going to clean the house, but I'm thinking all the time that I'm going to get a spider somewhere in a corner, and I'm really, really afraid of spider, for example. Yeah, I'm not, but some people are. But if you're gonna think about it, the universe is gonna say, okay, she is thinking about it so often, so loudly. The spider, so, oh, let's give her a spider. Yeah. And what you will get in that corner, you will get a spider. Yeah. So this is how the universe is actually working. So
the law of correspondence. I talk about that. The law of correspondence. You're bringing in the whatever it is. So not the law. Some people say the law of attraction, but it's the correspondence law. So we got to focus on the positivity. So we got to say, not that we want a new earth, right? We want the new earth. We want the new reality. We want the new everything. And that's what we're going to focus on. So, but it was nice to have you, and we'll definitely do this again sometime.
Yeah. Do you have your books with you? Can you show them so the audience can see?
I do.
Okay, show them.
I do. I've got them only in Polish language, but they are actually available on all over the world now on Amazon.
Yes, on Amazon. You can find these books
on Amazon.
This one is
Star Children.
Yes.
Consciousness, which is the first book. The second one, which is also available, is the Star Children Awakening. And I will show you the third one also, which is going to be available at the beginning of the January. It's the Star Children Era of Light. So if you see those books, or just visit Amazon and type in Anna Glowacz, Star Children, and you will find it. And I hope those books will give you all that truth and all that knowledge that you actually need to be nicely prepared for what's coming.
I'll share your links in the description for this video. So
that would be great.
on the
so they don't need to look.
Right. It'll be in the description.
Okay, so click in the link.
Yeah.
Click.
You can find.
All right, and I'm very, very grateful to spend this time with you. We've been talking for a long time, and it's important. Even myself, as I'm learning, and since we started talking in 2020, and you're thinking, oh, it's gonna end, and it keeps dragging out. It's very important to know this information. Even myself, I had to acceptance. I did a lot of videos on acceptance. We have to accept that we're in this together, and it's going to be a shift. It's not going to happen overnight. So we'll definitely do this again. And this was a lot of fun. And Have a good night, and we'll share this out.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Anna.
guys.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.